Hi, Phil Ciccio here, founder of Success Thinking, creator of Think Yourself to Success, where we help people just like you get the results that you truly want in your life and in your business. As you can see, I'm here today with my granddaughter Ariana. My wife and I have her for the weekend, and we're so excited to have her here. And I decided to shoot this video because I wanted you to really understand the power of your mind and how it works. And so a young child like this, like little Ariana's mind, is just like this sponge that you see here. And so if you're around children, if you have children, you're around children, you have to understand that their mind absorbs everything from its environment just like this sponge does. And if you don't have children and you're not around children, you were a child once. And so when you were a child, you were a little sponge too. And so information from your environments, right, the people that were around you, was coming into your mind, and like a sponge, you were absorbing that. And the sponge can't repel, right? There's no plastic coating on this sponge, so if we were to pour water onto the sponge like this, it would just take it in and it doesn't repel it. And so what happens with the sponge is that the water goes in, and once it's in here, it's in here. And see, now the child's mind is just like this sponge. And so the child's mind is just like this sponge, so whatever's going on in its environment, it's taking in, and it can't repel it, it can't reject it, it just accepts it. And so what was around you when you were a child? Who was around you? What were they saying? Were they saying things like everything's possible for you? Or were they saying things like things aren't possible, or you can't do this, or you can't do that? Or were they saying stuff like money doesn't grow on trees? Or were they talking about these people and those people in a negative way, right? Because all that information is coming right into your mind, and it's programming you to be the way that you are. Some of it serves you, right? You know, you might hear you just like your mother, just like your father, and some of those things are good, right? Whether that might be loyalty, or you might be loving and kind, and there might be a lot of good things that your parents gave you. But some of the things that your parents put into your sponge may not be serving you. And if they're not serving you, we have to understand that that can be changed. And so we have to alter what's called the paradigm. And so just like little Ariana here listens to everything that we're saying and watches everything that we're doing, if we could put a little t-shirt on her that said, everything that you say, I will start to do, or everything that you do, I will start to become, we'd be a lot more careful around children. Unfortunately, we're not paying attention, and we say things that we think might be cute and funny. Like I've heard people say to children, you know what, you're going to have to rely on your cute little looks. Your brother's a smart one. Oh, and she's going to dump water all over the place here. Your brother's a smart one. You might have to rely on your looks. And that sounds cute and fun, but as a child hears that over and over again, oftentimes that can become a negative thing, thinking that they're not smart and their brother's smarter than they are. Or maybe you're around a child and somebody, maybe you were a child, a young child, and somebody asked you your name or wanted to talk to you, and your parents were around you, and they would say something like, oh, she's really shy. And so if I kept saying in front of little Ariana that she's really shy every time somebody asked her name, Ariana would hear that and like a sponge take that information in, and she'd grow up and she might be shy because of the conditioning and the environmental conditioning or the programming. And so just like a child, you were a child once, right? There have been some things that have been said to you that maybe just aren't true. And not because anyone was trying to hurt you, but because you just heard it, or you saw people around you doing things, habits that didn't serve you. And like a sponge, you took those habits, and you start to behave in that way. Some of the habits that our parents have serve us, right? There are lots of things that we saw in our environment from our parents and our grandparents and our teachers that serve us. But there may be some things in our environment that we saw when we were as young as her that began to program us to be a certain way and aren't serving us today. And if that's the case, just like you were programmed to get this information in, now as an adult you need to reprogram your mind to change that. And so now, because you're an adult, or at least over the age of 10, you've developed the capacity, right, the ability to think and respond and reject ideas. Where little Ariana here can't reject an idea. If I tell her something, she can't reject it. And so now that once you're an adult, or once you're after the age of maybe 7 to 10, you can start to reject ideas like you can. And so now it's time to reject some of those ideas that are holding you back. Start to change your mind about things that maybe have been programming you, and alter those paradigms. If you want to learn more about paradigms, go to my website, click on this link below, or browse around the website here. Lots of information here on how to alter paradigms, how to alter the conditioning, the information that somebody else may have put into your sponge when you were a little child that are holding you back. All right, so take a look at the website. I hope that you enjoyed this video. It's a little bit difficult with my little grandchild here to shoot the video because she's having a lot of fun here. I hope I was able to explain it clearly. When you were a child, you were like a sponge. You took in information from your environment that may serve you or may not serve you. Now that you're an adult, right, you need to change what's going on. You need to clear out that sponge, wring out the sponge, if you will, and let's put some new information in there. Thanks a lot for watching. Ariana, say bye-bye. Say bye-bye. Oh, very good. Love you.